This is a familiar sight to Seahawks fans, CenturyLink Field, where Russell Wilson and the boys are about to take the gridiron here in just a few hours for their preseason opener. They're taking on the Indianapolis Colts, and the fans are already packing the place, excited for their first chance to see the fellas again this year. Also a huge, huge Seattle police presence, just to make sure everybody is safe. Especially these Colts fans who aren't going to be too well received around here. That unmistakable sound from off in the distance as the Seahawks support band Blue Thunder, the drum line, making its way over to the stadium. This is Brian McNaughton and his wife Melissa, who are down here early for tonight's Seahawks game. Brian, where are you from?
We're from the city of Sultan.
Okay, so you've come out from the lovely town of Sultan, been out there many times. All right, so you're wearing a Steve Largent jersey, which tells me that you've been a fan for a long time.
I'm a longtime fan. Retro jersey from Largent, my wife's Christmas present or birthday, I'm not sure which.
A couple years ago, yeah, Christmas.
We love the Hawks.
I can tell by your gear too, you're geared up. So, what are you most excited about this season?
I gotta be honest, I'm more excited about seeing Blue Thunder here in a few minutes. Our daughter plays on the line. However, for the team, love these guys. Watching Russell Wilson move around the field, I'm looking really forward to seeing what the new defense is going to look like. A whole bunch of new players, young guys, but I think they're going to have some talent and rip it up this year.
Any concerns about the team?
There's always concerns. It's preseason, man. And, but they're our Hawks. We love them.
Now, why? How come? You've loved them for a long time. I mean, they, was only in recent years that they started doing well. How have you managed to stand the test of time?
It doesn't matter. They put on a great show for the fans. They come out and do everything for the fans. Their hometown. It's us. We love them. We always have loved them.
Melissa, what about you? You've been watching them for a while.
Big fan. My family's had tickets since 1976, so we were in the Kingdom, and I remember watching, Zorn to Largent. Largent's my favorite player. I love Russell Wilson, and I think that Russell to Baldwin is a good matchup, so I think it's going to be a fun season. I'm looking forward to it. So I just know that they're going to do a great season.
Now, no slight on your husband here, but you're the football expert in the family, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well then I will ask you first. Have you seen some of the new rules, like the kickoff rule?
I have not honestly been paying too much of some of the rules this season, but I think we can step up and we can handle the rules.
Well, let me run this kickoff rule by you, see what you think about it. So there's several pieces to it. Number one, they can't stand back and do the running start. They have to be within a yard of the ball. And there have to be so many guys outside the numbers, so many guys between the numbers and the hash, and they have to be on either side of the ball. They can't all line up on one side, even if they try to do an onside kick. And the defensive team, there's a 15-yard zone where they can't be blocked from where the ball is kicked off.
Okay, who made up these rules? Come on, guys, let them play football. It's like, let them back to the old ways, If you can beat a guy down the field, let him beat a guy down the field. I don't understand. I mean, that's not what I would want for new rules, but I'm not playing it. I'm not making up the rules. So, well, it'll be a challenge, but let's see what we can do. I'm sure that we can do it. I'm sure Pete's got it under control, and he's got a plan, so we got to just stand behind him, trust Pete.
Okay, so the other thing I'll ask both of you too, and that's what you think of the on again, off again, stand for the national anthem rule.
My dad fought in World War II, and I say, you know what? It's not the right venue. In my opinion, it's not the right venue to take your stand. I understand where you're coming from, but show some pride for those that have died and fought for our country. Get off your hiney, stand up, show some respect. That's the way I believe. I mean, I understand what they're saying, and they have a good point, but it's not the venue to express that freedom of speech. I get it, but I really believe they should show honor to those who have died and fought for our country. Stand up and show your pride for that flag.
Now we'll put your husband back on the hook. What do you think of all that, Brian?
Pretty much right down the line with what she's saying. A good buddy of mine spent the last 30 years in the Army, and we talked about it. He says he doesn't care. He doesn't feel like he's being disrespected, but at the same point, it's your work environment. People are paying to come see you, not necessarily see you protest. You have a huge crowd and a huge venue that you can use anytime. Doing it at your work environment is kind of, I don't know, it's just taken away from the game. I fully support what they want to do, and I fully support the message they're trying to get out. I would like to see more of that rather than less, but not necessarily on the field. So that's kind of my point.
But it's not stopping you from coming and watching, is it?
No.
Okay, because it has for other people, but that's good. You keep your loyalty up.
At this point, there's no restriction against it. Well, there are new restrictions coming in, but there haven't been restrictions. So, if you're not going to restrict it and the players have the opportunity, I would take the same if it was my position. So I can't fault them for doing it. I'll still come and support the team.
Okay, pop quiz for both of you. The two most important words of the day.
Go Hawks!
Yeah, you got it right. You get an A+ for that. Brian and Melissa McNaughton from Sultan, appreciate that. Thanks a bunch.
You're welcome.
All right, this is Jackie McCauley. She's up from Olympia for this Seahawks game. Now, I'm guessing by your attire, you are a Seahawks fan.
Die hard.
Okay,
Yes.
but you have something even more exciting going on with your daughter. What's happening there?
Yeah, she's a junior Seagull, so she'll be performing in the Touchdown Stadium tonight, and then also a halftime performance.
Wow, how old is she?
She's 13.
Okay, so she's a pretty good dancer?
Yes, she does dance competition dance teams, so she loves it.
So it should be a good show to watch at halftime tonight.
Absolutely, yes.
Excellent. So one of the things I'm asking people is if you're familiar with the new kickoff rule.
No.
Have you heard this? Have to have 5 guys on either side of the ball. They have to be spread out a certain way. No blocking within 15 yards of the kicking point. They've totally changed it. You're a diehard fan.
Yeah.
What do you think of them monkeying with the kickoff like that?
I think they should just let it be the way it was. I loved kickoff the way it was, but I mean, it might bring some difference to how the games go, so we'll see.
All right. So the other thing I'm asking everybody is what you think of the on again, off again. Do they kneel for the anthem, or are they forbidden controversy?
I say kneel.
How come?
I mean, we're I feel so pressured. You know, I mean, this is America. We should be proud to be, you know, Americans, and we should stand and show respect for it. Yeah. I have people in my family that are in the military, and they, you know, put their lives on the line. So, I mean, I think it's a big respect to stand for the national anthem.
So no kneeling for you then?
No, I mean, you know, I guess if there's, you know, some sort of real thing that you have going on, and you know, your heart really tells you that's what you need to do, respectfully do it, I think is okay. But I didn't really like it when all the teams were doing that, you know, at once. I liked it when the Seahawks stood linked arms, and that was my favorite. So.
All right, very good. Jackie from Olympia, thanks.
Thank you.
What's the words of the day?
Goes Hawks!
See, there you go. You guys are all Seahawks fans too, right?
Yeah!
All right, very good. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you.
Just because I said that,